am Montserrat Pedro, and I am delighted to be here with all of you today, sharing the few last moments of the Future Print Virtual Summit of October 2020. I've been all my life in print, specifically in digital print, but it's been very recently that I have been interested about platforms. So recent that it was March 2020. In March 2020, remember, we got all locked down. And in Spain, my country, we were for a lengthy 11 weeks lockdown period, very strict. And I found in platforms the actual only way to keep a close to normal life. That was so interesting. And I just got memorized by platforms. I started learning about them, researching about them, and being all my life in print, thinking about how platforms were playing a role in our industry. So today I would like to share the top learnings that I have found out about platforms to demystify them. They're just a keyword, a buzzword that everybody is using lately, but what are they really? And what is it important to take into account about them? And also I would like to introduce you to three amazing gentlemen that, in my view, embody the future of printing. Because they are driving three very interesting propositions on platforms that definitely will shape and transform the way some of us do business in print. Let me start by sharing some of my findings with you. Platforms are huge, in case you haven't noticed yet. So 7 out of 10 most valuable companies globally are based in platform business models. And in business-to-business platforms, according to a report run by Accenture, commissioned by the World Economic Forum in 2019, $10 trillion are valued to be created in socioeconomic activities between 2018 and 2020. $10 trillion, I mean, I don't even know how big that number is. I cannot relate to that quantity of dollars in my head, but it's an amazing number of dollars, only in B2B. According to McKinsey, 30% of the world's economy by 2025 will be based on platforms. And guess what? Only 3% of our companies are equipped to react to that reality that is going to, come onto us like a tsunami. But what is really a platform? Platforms are digital matchmakers, right? They bring people together and they enable them to meet, to connect, and potentially to transact. Those transactions can happen inside or outside the platform, but important is to know that a platform is made out of three elements: the users of services and goods, the producers who are offering those products or goods, and the owner of the platform, the one that is setting up the governance of the platform, the strategic objective of the platform, and the pricing of that platform. The owner of that platform has something in mind, networked effects, because the more people that joins in either two of the bands, users and producers, the more attractive that platform would be. So for a platform to be successful is all about networked effects and pricing, those who want to make a business out of the platform. There are platforms who have one of the two blocks of users and producers. One of them is subsidized by the other. Only one group pays. In other platforms, everybody pays. And in some of the platforms, collaborative or non-profit platforms, no one pays. Normally, when someone pays, there are three models: the free transaction, the transaction by a fee, and freemium. Freemium means it's free, but if you want some premium, you will have to pay some percentage of the transaction, or an absolute number in your local currency. This is really what the ABC of platforms are. There are many examples of platforms, and we as users use them every day for absolutely everything. It's just ridiculous how our lives have been impacted by platforms. But all in all, there are 5 main categories. Information platforms, like the ones with streaming information or sharing information, like in Twitch or in YouTube or in Spotify. There are platforms where the users and producers exchange goods, products. Who has not bought something at Amazon? I don't know anybody that hasn't. Then there are the services platforms, Uber, Airbnb. In our industry, some of the service platforms that I have received as feedback have been mostly used are those for recruiting, like Printweek jobs in the UK or Future Recruitment in the UK, who are specifically tailored for printing, right? Another service platform that is also very used are logistic platforms, specifically in all those converters or print service providers with worldwide presence. Cargobase is a platform where logistic providers and companies can meet and, by a selection criteria of geography, services, prices, value, can make a match and propose a top 10 list of candidates. Upwork, another service platform that is very used in print, specifically in order to connect with designers, creative designers, copywriters, brand designers, brand strategists. Upwork is one of the it's also a recruitment platform, but printing uses it mostly for designing and brand design. The 4th class is about investment and fundraising. These are crowdfunding or capitalist platforms that provide with means for startups to grow up. The 5th platform has to do with social media, and that is a complete different chapter that we'll not cover today. One of the most used words lately in print is the Web 2 something, Web 2 print, Web 2 pack. We cannot consider those as platforms because it's not 2 groups of people trying to match each other. It is one producer who offers something to all his customers or potential customers. It's just a store. But today I would like to introduce you to someone who started like this and now, based on a Web2Pack portal, is building a Web2Pack platform. Please welcome Giuseppe from Packly. Hello, Giuseppe, are you with us?
Hi, everyone. Hi.
Hello. Thanks for being here with that, Giuseppe. Listen, I have learned that it's been a long time that you have been involved in stores at the beginning and then platforms. Tell us a little bit more about your experience.
Yeah, I founded Packly on 2014, where I started from scratch designing this platform. Initially was just a Web2Pack to provide Pringraph, our mother company, to have a storefront for to let anyone to create a packaging in the easiest way possible. Becoming in these days much more interesting because we will be a platform to connect designers, packaging buyers, and converters. So today with this platform, we want to enable this kind of connection. So this is and for us it's very important to give to the user because we in a software company call customers users, and we want to give them the best experience and the easiest way to create the packaging and to have it printed.
Let me share with our viewers a little bit. your site. That's Packly for you, right?
Yes.
And as you were saying, we have here different services from, generate a die cut or directly box printing, visualize 3D models. So this would be your Web2Pack store, right?
Yes, correct. The user today can be a designer and so can use the platform to generate custom die cut templates or to visualize the 3D models with their own artwork and print everywhere. Or can create the packaging, create the design with our platform, and have it printed. Have it printed today. We have the printing unit which is Pringgraph, and tomorrow we will have soon attached other printing unit. So we would like to move the files instead of move the boxes around the world. So this is the story. The short story.
Okay, and so in your view, because if I recall correctly, you started already in 1994 with the
Exactly. So I started from scratch in printing industry in 1994 together with my brother Roberto, without having any knowledge about it. So I just went out from the school, passionate about a little bit of graphic design and computer science. So we started from 1996 something with the internet, so offering also the connectivity around us. So this is, and we tried several times to on the internet shops and platforms, let's say marketplace and other things. Not all of them were successful. So we learned a lot.
So okay, we wouldn't like our viewers now to go again 10 years of experience. Tell us the top 3 secrets to have a platform successful.
Definitely. So you should focus on solving a problem. First of all, finding the problem, and after solving it and offering not many things, just few things, and add other features, let's say things on the way. So not keep it simple. So my strategy, what I learned, it is just one key: keep it simple as much as possible, or keep it simple and stupid. So this is my approach, and this is what I like to share with everybody.
And now, from a Web2Pack store, you are migrating and making Packly a platform. How are you growing Packly web store into a platform?
It was in our initial thinking this, but of course with the approach of keep it simple, we started just selling the packaging. That was also the way to make money soon. That is very important for anyone to make money soon, or to prove the success, not focusing on money. This is important, but proof that it is something that it can be sustainable. That is important, and so we are growing very fast, and this is also the other reason that it is not sustainable for just one printing company like our mother company to purchase machines and so on, and also because the users are coming from all over the part of the world. We're having 49,000 users from everywhere. So we are customers from Australia, Faroe Island, Madagascar, USA, so everywhere. So instead of moving and doing shipments, it is better to move the files, because the sustainability of purchasing machine, it is not the right way. So also to offer a better service and offer also the opportunity to other converters to join this. And we want to be day by day a software company. So instead of being just a Web2Pack, simple Web2Pack, we want to solve multiple problems Now we are ready for this, always focusing on one thing, packaging.
And before I was telling about the pricing strategy of platforms, when you now move into the software as a service and you become a platform, what's your pricing strategy going to be? You're going to what? You're going to give it for free? You're going to charge a portion of the transactions? What's your idea there?
Yeah, the idea it is that should not be an impact and grow a big impact for a converter, first of all. So the converter, we want to make it easy also their job, because we want to supply directly the ganged jobs. So everything would be prepared. So because we want to deal with the designers and doing the pre-press stuff. And so they save that time. So it's very important for them. It is also very strategic because they can go directly in the printing machine, so in production. This is our way. And the pricing, so it is something that we need to build together with our supplier. But the main focus it is keeping the quality. So that is also a big challenge for us, and we know that keeping a good quality in terms of printed product, but also service. We recognize that is very important for customer, because today the customer is asking fast turnaround. So that is what I'm asking to change in the mindset of the converters. It's not anymore acceptable to have 3 weeks or 4 weeks. And so we are talking about days. So this is instead of dealing too much with the price, today it is the way to solve the problem. So the customer needs to have the packaging really in a really fast way.
So the users of your platform are benefiting because they get it fast and at the level of quality that they know is behind Packly.
Yes.
And you need, therefore, to ensure that you have suppliers, producers everywhere with a certain level of quality that you would be proud to represent and sell.
Exactly, because the packaging, it is not something that it is one-time usage. So it is this is the front store of the product. So it is very important also to keep the repeatability of the quality, because the user purchase the packaging in a few copies, and after reiterate doing again repeating the purchase with higher quantity. So the user expects to receive the same quality. That is important.
So Giuseppe is the user, is the owner of Packly.
Yes.
Is the also the mother company is a producer within the Packly platform, but you're also the user of another very interesting platform, aren't you? It's Compaq. I would like to introduce Aviv. Aviv is the CEO of a newly created platform called Compaq. Hello.
Hi, Montserrat. How are you?
Hi, Aviv. Nice to see you. So listen, tell us about Compaq. What is Compaq solving? Which problem is Compaq solving, if this is the first question a platform needs to solve?
Yeah, of course. The problem that Compaq is solving is awareness. There are so many brands in the world that need packaging. Many of them are small and medium companies. And small and medium companies, they don't have the resources in order to design packaging and to order high quantities, because this is what the market provide. The market provide you, most of the market provide you, you can design the package. You need a packaging designer, you need a graphic designer, you need to understand what is structural design, and then you need to create tooling and to set up the machine and start production. So everything is long. And if someone would like to get packaging, most of the time he will get 10,000 boxes in a lead time of 4 to 6 weeks. And nobody needs it. The small and medium companies, they need 500 boxes, 1,000 boxes, 200 boxes. And as Giuseppe said, they need it tomorrow. They need it fast. They don't have the knowledge how to do it, how to work with the converters like the big players, and they need it. So there is a big need, and they don't know that this exists. This is the big issue.
So tell us, Giuseppe, why did you join Compaq?
Yeah, first of all, because it's a platform. This is the reason. So, but no, the reason it is at the end because I'd like to solve the user problem still again, because not the user are not looking for just a packaging type. The user is looking for several kind of packaging. So going on Compaq, it means that the user can compare the service, can compare the level of quality, can see the feedback, can have an overview, a global overview of all producers, and after can select the best fit. So, and I hope that we'll select Packley, of course.
This is Compaq. Compaq compares now, right? And if I go into the Compaq site, you can see a list of online packaging vendors with certain criteria that I can pick up and choose, and then Compaq will provide me with a selection that fits my criteria. Is that so, Aviv?
Yeah, of course. The target is to bring all the players, all the online custom packaging providers to one place, to create a community, because yes, there is a competition between the vendors, but the market is huge. It's a blue ocean. There are so many brands that need the packaging. So all the players together cannot provide them what they need. So even what all the players in the platform can, take 5 to 2% from the need in the market. So what we need to do all together, we need to educate the brands that this exists. So Giuseppe talked about the number of users that they have in the system. Think about it, multiply it by 50, 60 users like this in the world. It's still not touching the market, the brand owner markets. The brand owner market is huge. And what we would like to do, we'd like to educate them together that this exists, and now they can design, order, and get short-run packaging or even long-run packaging very fast. This is the most important thing.
So at the end, you're also solving a problem for the producers. You're bringing them more volume because you're sort of taking care of the business development on their name, right?
Yeah, the target is, and we see that more and more players are coming to this market because it's a big opportunity. If you can compare web to print today, it's a $10 billion market. Web to pack is a 100 million market, something like this, 150. So the opportunity to grow is huge, but you need to educate the brands, and for that you need to also bring new players, because there is place for new players, and some of the new players, they don't know that web to pack, it's not like selling packaging with salespeople. It's different. To sell online, it's a different strategy, it's a different mentality, it's a different culture. And I would like to support also the newcomers, how to do it correctly, and to also provide them jobs.
What I can add is about my experience. It is that the brands are looking for solution like ours. And today we are not going to target them directly. We are in the vice versa condition. So the brands are looking and are finding us, are searching for us, sorry. So this is something that we should think about this. So it means that the market needs solution, and the solution must be online. So just for to be reachable, fast response, and all the benefits that an online platform have.
Very good. Definitely a lot of value and a lot of solutions for our industry. Now, Giuseppe, let me tell you about another platform that you might want to join. I don't know if you have heard about Psychio. Is a platform, is a marketplace, and we have today Jürgen Grimm, that is managing director of Psychio. Hi, Jürgen.
Hello.
Hello
Everyone.
there.
Hi.
Listen, same question. What is Psychio and what problem are you solving?
No, I was very well listening to the colleagues, and I think that's the beauty of the talk, how much space there is. It's unbelievable. Because we are a daughter company from Heidelberg, and Heidelberg is focusing on the printer itself, on the producer, on the converter, however we call them. And they got a problem. They have totally unconnected systems. So whenever there comes a file from Pagli in, it's usually re-entered 3 times in the calculation system, in the production system. And what we offer from Psychio, we help them to connect their software, independent whether it's online or on-premise, because a lot of on-premise software is still used. And the problem in the industry is there is a lack of a common data format and open APIs. And that's what we provide. So we provide open APIs and a common data format. And we connect, and therefore we democratize the print industry. We connect every player in the print industry. And I love Giuseppe's statements of keeping it simple. And we took the most simple case as our first use case. So we connect the MIS systems of the printer, and that's just a fancy word from ERP system. And we connect that to suppliers that they can automatically order paper or board, for instance. And printers tell us they have a lot of connectivity issues, and you can connect your systems. And right now we are very early in the launch phase, and you can go on psychio.com and still vote what systems you want to connect first. So we really try to solve the user's problem. And the first thing we do is we ask the user, what is your problem? And we have very, very good feedback, and we are really moving forward on this one. And here is once you're just scrolling to our partners.
Yes.
To our partners, what we're looking for. So you can connect your software to Psychio, you can reach your new customers, and you can really participate in our success.
So before we spoke about the business model of platforms, is Psychio a non-profit? Is Psychio intending to build a business out of the platform? Can you tell us more about that?
I would love to say it's a non-profit, but that's not true. So yes, we try to make money. And at the end of the day, and I think this is important to know, we're creating a digital dividend. So we make it more efficient for everybody, and we redistribute that digital dividend. So if we connect customers with each other, we take out manual process steps. And as I said, our first task is to connect the systems on the printer side. So we take out the manual re-entering procedure. And we went through the purchasing process of a printer to, let's say, a paper supplier. And we found 8 manual steps just for order a batch of paper. And Giuseppe, if you go back to your mother company and find out how much that is, and it starts that the catalog from the board producer is not properly imported into the ERP system of the printer. Correct. So it's simple things. And all of a sudden, if you're not having the catalog imported, you cannot order. And that's what we do. We automate processes in the production area of a converter of a printing company. And that sounds easy, but that's a tough nut to crack. Because if you look at the ERP systems of the printer, we are roughly talking about 200, mainly known. So 200 combine roughly 60% of the market share, and we're now connected to the top 15. And if you look on the supplier side, you look at 600 plus suppliers, and we're now on the way to connect to the top 30. So, and the advantage is right now, a customer would need to connect to a supplier system. So if he has 10 suppliers, which is very easy, he would have to maintain 10 connections. And if a supplier has 500 customers, he would need to maintain 500 connections. And by moving that to a platform, I need to connect every MRS ERP system only once and every supplier once. And then comes the platform logic about identification, automatic ordering, and you have to create organizations. I mean, Aviv and Giuseppe, you know all of this. The most important thing is who is your customer, who he belongs to, and what are his rights. And I think this is the core of what we're building. We're building open interface, a common data model, and we identify the actors in the industry. And for automizing the whole supply chain, Zychio gets a share of the value traded on the platform. So we never own physical goods. We're not a reverse auction site or whatever. So everybody negotiates their own price. We just automate the process and getting a share for this. And so we call it digital dividend. And I think this is important to know. And I like your question, and maybe the Germans are crazy. Everybody says, you just have our data and you just want to have our money. No. We're creating a better community and a better design, and there's money to be distributed. And if you want to become more efficient, I loved Aviv's statement. He said, we have to come from weeks to days. I mean, yeah, that's true. And that can only go if we automate processes. And there are new players on board, and there has to be a redistribution of that created value.
So what I see here, and that's why I find so amazing about this threesome here, is that on one hand, we have one platform that allows our industry to educate the market, run business development, create demand in the front end, and yet another platform that in the back end allow us to be super efficient, to reduce times, to be tip-top in quality and super lean in the way not only we manufacture, but we run the entire production workflow. For me, this is the future of printing. And I needed Corona to to take the time and learn more about it. But and I hope that actually Corona, one of the few positive things that it has come is that we are now more cautious about what technology we have around. We are now more open and willing to use that technology to our advantage, right?
And Monse, don't forget, I loved your Corona statement. I think there's one thing, and I'm sure my friends will share that view. We're also helping getting repetitive, stupid work out of your bag. So, re-entering the same data 5 times, that's no fun for anybody. And you can be sitting in front of your computer by automizing the stuff. There's no creativity involved. There is no really value add involved. We give freedom to people to really do great things. And I think we should never forget this. This is also a big driver why people use it. It's not just because it's cheaper. It's convenience, it's ease of use, and we all should keep that in mind as well.
Excellent. So unfortunately, we ran out of time. I wish we had another half an hour to continue our chat and to continue our discussions and imagination about what the future can bring. It has been a pleasure, gentlemen. And with this, we are closing this session, and we're about to close this Future Print Summit that we hope you have enjoyed. And with that, thank you guys, and see you around.